How's it going, everyone? Peter McVeigh here again. Just thought I'd do a wee video today based on setting up a template and why that's important. What I've really found over the years is that I've started using Cubase and Logic a lot more as well. I haven't really enjoyed how Avid have changed their pricing system. I don't like the idea of renting software, especially after I've previously bought it and I have to hand in my permanent license in order to get a discount on uh, renting the software. But that said, that's up to you. I know that the student price is really, really good on Pro Tools at the minute. I think it's something like £10 a month, um, which if you only want to use it occasionally to record your stuff is really, really good. But then as I got to use things like Cubase, I really just wasn't happy with a lot of the stuff with it. It's not that it's bad, it's just that I have a very specific workflow that I've used for Pro Tools for 10 to 15 years. Logic's a bit better for me, but that's probably because I've dipped in and out of it before. I started on Cubase and I haven't used it much since. I think I used SX3 and Studio 4, and then Pro 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10.5 I'm on at the minute. But I've never really focused on having that as my sole DAW, and I'm not an Ableton user at all. I don't use Ableton. So when using this, I have a garage studio here that I go in and sit in, and I'm a professional mixing engineer. I'm a professional musician, and I just need to be able to have the ideas, sit down, open up the session, and go right away. One of my old students, Casper, had always sort of had a go at me for not using templates and always requested and asked me if I did and if I didn't. And I think he uses Cubase, and if I used Cubase, I would have done it a lot more. But I've started to do it in my Pro Tools sessions now, and I can see that it is beneficial if you just want to sit down and work. We'll have a look at that now on how to set those up. So straight away, I'm just picking up from where the last tutorial was. We have an audio track. I would have a Vox on all of the things that I'm doing. Recently, since I have a band called St. Alban, and the last year or two, I've really been focusing mainly on piano in terms of composition. There's only about a song or two that's on the acoustic guitar. So I'm going to go to Contact. I use pianos from, I love the Una Corda. It's just a nice idea to start. So just make sure that's working. Yep, okay, that's there. Cool, that works. And then I'll just make sure that my vocal works too. And it does over here. Cool, that's working. Right, so I'm just doing that. I have my microphone set up and they're sort of kept in the same place all the time in terms of where they're plugged into. My condenser microphone's plugged into channel 4, and if I have acoustic microphones and things to record the acoustic guitars, they're in 1 or 2 and 3. So for that, I'll create 2 more channels, which is Shift Command N, and I will create 2 mono channels. I'll create 2 of them. So 2 mono, because they're 2 separate microphones that have capsules, single capsules at the top. That's an audio track, and it will be called AC guitar. Okay. Actually, I'll press plus, and I'll do 1 there and 1 there, just so they're named separately and differently. And let's go right and left. So whatever's left side, whatever's right side. Whenever I create that, then I'll make sure that the input channels on those are 2 and 3. So now that I have 2 and 3, which is my vocal on 4, acoustic guitar on 2 and 3. For those as well, if I go to my mix window, I'll pan those left and right accordingly. I'm an LCR mixer mostly. I pan sort of left, center, and right. I do increments sometimes in terms of drum movement and toms, and for some synth and effects, but not really much else in terms of the instruments that are based in the actual track themselves. So as a starting point for me, that's a pretty good place that I could start from whenever I want to open up a track. Okay, I will go to then save as template, file, save as template. I can create a new category. Okay, so I can add a category. Peter Temps will do the job. call this piano Vox guitar. Okay. So now if I close this session, I don't really need to save that, I don't think. Let's find out. Maybe I've made a massive, huge mistake. So Command N to create a new session. If I go to create from template and go to Peter Temps, now I have my piano Vox guitar. I can create, and there we go. Every time now I want to start a session, I have a template ready to be able to just jump in and go right away without having to create any new tracks. That's a nice, quick, simple tip, and I hope it works for you as well. So cheers, have a good day, enjoy your lives, make some music.